Congress wanted
Every
the
penny
CFPB to be
that you'd
suddenly
have gotten, if I could
defunded.
finish my thought.
Sure.
I know you don't like to hear this, but the law is the law. You've been operating illegally.
No, that's not true, sir.
Yes, you have. There have been no earnings. Doesn't this put in jeopardy every one of your rules?
We've heard.
Today, we're diving into a fiery exchange between Senator John Kennedy and CFPB Director Rohit Chopra. This hearing was packed with drama, and I'm breaking it all down for you. Let's get into it. So picture this. Senator Kennedy starts grilling Chopra about the difference between revenue and earnings. Now, you'd think this would be a softball question for the director of a financial protection bureau, right? Wrong. Chopra stumbles, and Kennedy swoops in to school him. Revenue is before expenses, earnings are after. Simple stuff, folks, but apparently not for everyone. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Kennedy shifts gears to the CFPB's funding. He points out that the Bureau gets its cash from the Federal Reserve's earnings. But here's the kicker. The Fed hasn't had any earnings since September 2022. Kennedy's basically saying, no earnings, no funding. It's like trying to withdraw money from an empty bank account. Doesn't work, does it? This is where Kennedy drops the bomb. He accuses the CFPB of operating illegally. Can you believe it? A government agency potentially breaking the law? Chopra tries to defend himself, saying they've looked into this before, but Kennedy's not buying it. The tension in that room must have been thicker than peanut butter. Just when you think it can't get any spicier, Kennedy throws PayPal and Chase Bank into the mix. We're talking potential censorship and using your transaction data for ads. Yikes! It's like your bank is becoming Big Brother. Not cool, right?
I looked at Congress's statute. I'm looking for it here. It says, here's how you're funded. And you just won your lawsuit in the Supreme Court. Each year, beginning on the designated transfer date, in each quarter thereafter, the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, where you get your money, shall transfer to your agency from the combined earnings of the Federal Reserve System the amount determined by the director to be reasonably necessary to carry out the authorities of the Bureau. It says the combined earnings, not the revenue. Now, for the longest time, the Federal Reserve was earning money, but that stopped in September of 2022? Now, they are losing money. They don't have any earnings. They're no longer transferring earnings to the general fund. How are you entitled to any money right now? The Federal Reserve doesn't have any earnings.
Well, we've heard of this theory. I think it's one of the latest ones.
It's not a theory. It's a congressional statute.
Well, I think there's you raise the difference between revenue and net income. There are other places throughout our laws. I can tell you we've looked at this issue. We do believe wholeheartedly everyone is complying with the statute.
I know you believe that, but if you look at
I'm aware with what you said, revenue and net income.
If I could just finish my question.
Sure.
I know you don't like to hear this, but the law is the law. You've been operating illegally.
No, that's not true, sir.
Yes, you have. There have been no earnings.
All right, folks, that's the rundown of this epic face-off. Kennedy came in hot, Chopra seemed to be sweating, and we're left with some big questions about the CFPB's funding and operations. Plus, don't forget about those privacy concerns with big banks. It's clear this story is far from over, so stay tuned for more updates. Until next time, keep questioning and stay informed.